Hello friends, our education system hopes that the students will learn how to concentrate or learn how to learn on their own. In this video, I'm going to talk about number 1, what are learning skills and why is it so important to learn how to learn. Number 2, the super secret of all successful people in the world. Number 3, the tragedy of our current education system and how you can still become the best version of yourself. And I have saved the answer of the most important question till the very end. Number 4. Who should learn the learning skills? Make sure you smash the like. Friends, if you're watching my video for the first time, my channel is all about learning how to learn. So please subscribe and press that bell icon so that you receive notifications every time I post the videos. My name is Manish and I have been educating students across the globe for past 12 years. Without further ado, let's dive into the big question. Question number 1. What are learning skills and why is it so important to learn how to learn? Learning skills improve your capacity to learn and enables you to learn the same amount of information in less time. It changes your overall perception. You learn to set your goals, become more organized, develop focus, you become a better listener, an active reader, and much more. You learn all set of skills that helps you become the best version of yourself. Overall, you learn to do the smart work. Let me give you an example. Let's say there are two students, student A and student B. Student A works hard and studies 10 hours and gets an A. Student B is a smart folk and studies 2 hours, he still gets an A. Plus, he saves enough time for his basketball game and theater work. Who do you think is a better student? Learning skills enables you to avoid the repetition of the work. Does it happen to you that while reading a book you forgot what you just read and you go back and read again? Or you try to memorize lessons for your exam and you forgot most of it the next day, so you have to go back and relearn all of it. There could be several reasons for learning and relearning the lessons. Maybe distractions, lack of focus, or not properly utilizing the power of your subconscious mind. When you know the learning skills, you won't have to repeat the work. That alone will save a lot of time for you to focus on other important stuff. Learning skills help you to improve your memory, focus, reading, listening, organizing abilities, and much more. If you think you are a slow learner, you have bad memory, or you are unorganized, it's 100% not true. It's just that you were never taught how to learn these skills. The truth is just the opposite. The truth is, we all have incredible abilities to learn and evolve at any age. We don't just learn by consumption, we learn by creation. Our brains are living supercomputers. We just don't realize we can train our brain to work in our favor by learning the learning skills. You can compare learning skills with any other skill, maybe riding a bike. How did you learn to ride a bike? Initially, you didn't know anything about it, how to balance, or how to apply brakes. But you learned it when you started making conscious efforts. When you make efforts, gradually you develop the skill, and within few weeks or months, everything becomes easy. Similarly, no one is born with the learning skills, like great focus or good memory. It's something you develop over a period of time by making conscious efforts, and sometimes unconsciously. Unconsciously when we are in the right kind of environment. Right kind of environment means if you live among 4 successful people or people with the right mindset, you become the 5th one. You automatically learn the skills they have because our brains are evolved to learn and adapt from our environment. But not most of us are blessed and raised in such favorable environment. So, in that case, we need to make conscious efforts to learn such skills. Here comes the answer of question number 2. The super secret of all successful people in the world. Coming back to the smart work. When you learn the learning skills, you're able to do the same amount of work in less time, and you have enough free time and energy to devote on other important tasks. You become more successful than others. This is the super secret that most successful people in the world know. We all have 24 hours, but the most successful people know how to be most productive in least time. In fact, they find themselves working between vacations instead of taking vacations between the work. Does that make sense? Number 3. the tragedy of our current education system, and how you can still become the best version of yourself. Well, this question starts with another great question. If learning skills are so important, why don't they teach in schools? They do, but there is an indirect approach with multiple missing lessons. Yes, we do not observe the hidden purpose of teaching the learning skills in schools. Along with the knowledge and facts, we also learn the skills, but in very limited way. I will explain. Our current education system was established between late 1800s or early 1900s. It was designed to support the industrial marketplace that demanded people to work mostly in farms and factories at that time. The system served really well then. Technically, with no major changes, our current education system is serving the same old purpose to the post-industrial marketplace today. As a result, we still have an indirect approach to the learning skills in the schools. With this indirect approach, what I mean to say is that they teach what to learn, like math, science, language arts, hoping students will develop the skills to learn on their own. Have you observed that the lessons you learn in school seem far removed from the real world? Let me give you an example. Algebra. I'm not sure about you as of now, but I had spent hours and hours of learning algebra and solving equations thinking someday I'm going to use it in my real life. But that day never showed up. I waited for someone to ask an algebraic question in real life. Like, Manish, you are 2 years older than your brother now. 6 years ago, you were twice as old as him. What's your age now? And wouldn't that be great to hear such kind of question in the real world? That's right, no one asks such kind of question in real life. So I asked myself this question over and over again. Why did I learn algebra if I'm not going to use it in my real life? I figured out the hidden purpose much later than that. They hope solving mathematical problems like algebra will develop the problem-solving abilities in the students, which is true up to an extent. Another good example is history. There is no real-life application of history. Though, learning history broadens our knowledge. Along with that, we are meant to read and understand the situations, concepts, and conclusions, or use that information from the chapter to answer questions. Hoping if we learn that skill, we will use it throughout our life. When we start a job, we will still need to read, maybe training manuals, articles, or magazines, and utilize that information to solve a problem. That makes sense. With the classroom and group study, we are meant to learn to participate, hoping if we learn it, we will apply the participation skills in future jobs because we will need to listen to the co-workers and need to coordinate efficiently. To learn any subject, we need to concentrate. So in schools, they hope that students will learn to concentrate on their own. In fact, you may have heard your tutors or parents asking you to concentrate. Addy, concentrate on reading, or something like that. But they do not teach how. It's not because they are bad, but it's because they were not taught how in their schools. That's the tragedy of our education system. When we prepare for exams, they hope students will develop the test-taking skills and learn to work under pressure on their own. So the point is, current education system hopes that students will learn the learning skills on their own with this indirect approach. Some students actually learn through this approach and succeed far beyond expectations, but not all do. You know, it's not because they can't. Everyone has the incredible ability to learn. It's only because one size indirect approach does not fit all. And of course, many critically important lessons that all students must know are missing because of this indirect approach, like goal setting. I can't stress how important is goal setting. Every student should know the importance of purpose and how to set goals. You can watch my video on how to set goals. The link is down here in the description. You will find the goal setting sheet as well. Students without goals are like flying a plane with no navigation system. They don't know where to go, and if that's the case, they may end up landing nowhere or somewhere they do not want to go. Maybe somewhere their parents or society wanted. Similarly, other missing learning skills lessons are motivation, right attitude, organizing time and space. Currently, we cannot do much to change the system, but we can learn how to learn directly. This is what I am committed to teach, teaching students how to learn. And YouTube is the best platform for this purpose. Please make sure that you share my videos to someone who needs. In the post-industrial marketplace today, when smart work is more appreciated than the hard work, students need to be faster and smarter from day one. Imagine you're going to cut the woods. Isn't it the best time to sharpen your axe before you start? Students need direct approach on learning skills from the beginning. By learning how to learn through the direct approach, students grow fast and reach their true potential. They understand and explore their own style of learning. They adapt a path that is unique and aligned to their abilities. They understand they are incomparable. They stay focused, motivated, and live life to the fullest. Learning skills impart lifelong transformations in students' belief and self-perception. Ultimately, they improve their learning capabilities and become the best version of themselves. Guys, don't forget to post comments and let me know what changes would you like to make in the current education system. It can be anything that comes in your mind. Here comes the answer of the last question. Number 4. Who should learn the learning skills? The answer is any student from grades 5 to 12 or college-going students. Anyone who thinks they are a slow learner, has a bad memory, cannot concentrate or fear exams. Anyone who stress out easily, procrastinate or struggle in one or more subjects like math, science, language arts. Students who are unorganized. Students who are hesitant and do not participate in school events or programs. Students with learning limitations like ADHD or ADD. Students who needs help with goal setting or motivation. Athletes and performers. My channel is completely dedicated to teaching students learning skills. I'm going to publish video lessons to teach how to learn every week. So guys, I want you to like, subscribe, and share my videos with anyone who may need help or with anyone who can help others using my videos. This is just an introduction video, so I'm not going to add any lessons here, but you can find the links of other videos in the description below. Please press that bell icon when you're subscribing so that you receive notification. I hope you have a great day and keep learning.